easy now.
He's just a kid. Tends to dream bigger than life really wants him to.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it.
That's impossible!
Nothing is impossible!
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there!
What are you waiting for? Do it! Feeling genuinely upset. Just do it!
You can do it!
Yes, you can! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just...
Whoa, easy now.
He's just a kid. Tends to dream bigger than life really wants him to.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it.
That's impossible!
Nothing is impossible!
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there!
What are you waiting for? Do it! Feeling genuinely upset. Just do it!
You can do it!
Yes, you can! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just...
Whoa, easy now.
He's just a kid. Tends to dream bigger than life really wants him to.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it.
That's impossible!
Nothing is impossible!
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there!
What are you waiting for? Do it! Feeling genuinely upset. Just do it!
You can do it!
Yes, you can! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just...
Whoa, easy now.
He's just a kid. Tends to dream bigger than life really wants him to.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it.
That's impossible!
Nothing is impossible!
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there!
What are you waiting for? Do it!
Just do it, guys. Let's go. I was just gonna have that loop for hours. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. Welcome to today's live stream. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. We got the laser eyes on. We have the laser Pepe, baby, and we are manifesting our dreams. We're manifesting a yellow Lambo with a farmhouse and chickens just running around, and this is going to be our future. But we made a joke, said, you know, people are always talking about the Lamborghinis. I want a Lambo. But have they ever thought about getting a Fambo, where you're getting a Lambo for the fam? I found a Lamborghini, a four-door sport Lamborghini, like a SUV type crossover thing. And I'm like, man, I might be getting a Lambo for the fam, baby. Let's go. We're manifesting. So hope you guys are doing well. Hope you are enjoying your day. And I don't know what the heck's going on with this freaking algorithm, though, but there's absolutely no way that YouTube is letting everyone know that I just went live, but it's okay. I'll give you guys a minute to come into the live stream, but we want to let you guys know there are some house rules here. There's some house rules. The house rules is at the moment that you come into this live stream, you need to be bullish. You need to at least like crypto. you need to have a sense of humor. And you got to hit the like button. If you can't do all that, then man, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough here. It's going to be real tough. But make sure you're reposting whatever platform you're watching on. If you're watching on X, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Rumble, if you're watching on Twitch. I mean, we're streaming to every platform, so just make sure you guys are doing your part. And because everything's free. I mean, everything's free. I don't charge for nothing. So we don't have any paid groups or anything like that, a Patreon. All I ask is that you guys check out the links in the description, and that is the best way to support the channel. And we have a really cool announcement too. We have been using and kind of testing the waters of this particular platform for a little bit, and we finally we were contacted by them, and they were interested in partnering up with the channel and supporting the channel, and we finally we sealed the deal. And we're really excited because it's actually, the more that I started to go and work around inside the platform, I actually really liked it, because there's a lot of options to earn. It's kind of gain experience points. It's like, I love things that become gamified, especially in the financial world, because really it's all a game, and we have to learn how to play the game. And especially, you know, for our brain and kind of our generation, we might need things to be a little gamified for us to actually use it and use it frequently. So if companies are smart, they'll be gamifying everything. Short attention spans and gamifying stuff. That's how we're going to win the retail. So, but yeah, we're going to show what we're talking about. We're going to show the platform. And we did post some hints, but who knows if anyone saw that or even paid attention. We're going to get into how our Ethereum price prediction hit exactly as predicted. Exactly as predicted. We took the drawing off. Or did we take the drawing? No, we left it. Exactly as predicted, ETH, based on the Fibonacci extension levels here, pulling from the swing high here, right here, to the low, we were thinking, man, this thing is going to just blast into the 618 here, the 27, this like 27.9. It almost hit my crossing point of the 2800, but it's eyeing 2800 right now. It just was cooling off a little bit. I think it needed a nice cool off. We basically bull flagged right here on even just like the 10-minute. You can see we formed a flag and started to break out of the flag. And this is what happens in the bull runs, is that you just start breaking bull flags, and literally like it's textbook bull flag breakouts, which is the pole and the length of the pole. And I mean, it's just like dead on. And sometimes coins will start to do this. And it's crazy that ETH is doing this right now, where it's just going to continue to keep breaking its flags and just keep pushing to the upside. Because Ethereum is showing a lot of strength. The ETH BTC chart ratio is starting to look really good. And institutions have been already coming for ETH. They came for Bitcoin, and that's what pushed Bitcoin up to where it's at right now. And Ethereum is starting to get ETF inflows. We have the grapevine, knowledge or news that we will have a stakeable ETH ETF that is going to earn yield and dividend, basically yield, for big institutional money. Now, big boys, the big institutional money, they love getting that yield. They want their dividends. They're happy with 1%, 2% dividends. Imagine them getting like 4%, 5%, whatever it may be, staking on these ETFs. They're going to be salivating. So this is why the IBIT Bitcoin shares for BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF has been so popular, is because of the nature of the growth potential, and how institutions have just been, that's how they want to get their exposure. They're not just, I mean, they're getting raw BTC, but in type of a retail small scale aspect and small institutions, they're getting exposure through the ETF. That's why there's so much trading volume on it. Now, I think the same playbook is happening with ETH here, and ETH it just kind of lagged. We have such a like a short-term memory here, we forget that Bitcoin had to go through a bit of a growing pain. The ETF didn't, fully launch off right when it started, but once it really started to go and we were getting $500 million inflows in a day, $1 billion in a day, it shot the price up exponentially. And so Ethereum, I think, might be doing the same thing. So the alpha on the stream, Emmanuel, is that we just need to be paying attention to Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to really surprise everyone. I've been saying that Ethereum is going to be one of the most hated rallies in crypto history, and it's hilarious and ironic that people would think that, or that they would be just like, man, what the heck was I thinking? You should have been thinking this whole time and been studying ETH and knowing that if ETH isn't pumping, no altcoin's pumping. ETH has to go, and that is what triggers the altcoin cycle. That's it. And also liquidity coming in, the flip from risk off to risk on. And now that we have stable coins as a big factor into these chains like Ethereum, like AVAX, like Sui or Solana or Tron or Binance Smart Chain, this is where the money is going to be minted with stables. Then you get businesses adopting crypto to take stablecoin payments. That's why this legislation for stablecoins and the Genius Act and all of the different things that are coming down the pipe is everything's going on chain. And it's been fusioned with the traditional financial system still running their old archaic system, and then everything, the gap is going to be bridged, and everyone is going to be on chain with the wallet. Your bank is going to be on chain with a wallet. If they don't, they will be obsolete, and they will not be taking part in taking fees. I mean, that's how these companies make money, is that they're going to take fees. They're going to charge you a fee and charge normies a fee like they do with banks already. And this is how everyone's going to start playing the game. Because if they don't, they will be left behind. And all these businesses are pivoting, or they will pivot, and they will have to pivot, because it's the nature of how economies grow, and we go to the next step and we evolve. So it's going to be crazy, guys. This is why I've been so vocal and so nutcasey about crypto and putting a lot of my focus on it, because this is where the money is flowing. And if I can get just some type of market share in being a face of education in crypto and being in this business before it's literally the focus of everything, I think I'm putting myself in a good position. And you guys too, like being in crypto, looking at the charts, analyzing all this stuff, learning about trading, testing, putting in trades, like seeing what you can do, like losing a couple trades. Maybe the best things that we could do is actually make some mistakes, because then we learn how this market operates. And then we can use the next couple years or cycles or whatever it may be, all the different chances. If you look at, I think the best example of how you can get so many chances to analyze your success and where you could have multiple chances to figure out where you went wrong and what you could do about it. The ticker Bitcoin chart and the Pepe chart too. But the ticker Bitcoin chart's very interesting, because every single peak here has brought the chart right down through this resistance or this support down here, and every time it's bounced and made, pretty, decent all-time highs or pushes to all-time highs. And I equate this to momentum and euphoria in the cycle from 2023 to now, and you can see it in each point of the highs on the chart. And each point where it's at the lows was where sentiment was at its lowest points. This isn't the only chart that has this type of representation, but I just love how this chart looks because it's an honest chart. It's a chart where you can say, dang, okay, like this is, like right here is where you could start to think, man, this is right where things started, were right before things were really boring. And then all of a sudden, Pepe and all the meme coins started to come out, and it signaled crypto Twitter and our little niche community to start signaling for memes again, that memes were coming back. It wasn't just Doge and it wasn't just SHIB, like memes were coming back. It wasn't like, oh, because when memes came out, they were trashed so hard, and that you were an idiot if you invested in memes or held memes, but the people that actually bought the memes early and held up into at least the highs actually made the most disgusting, filthy gains that Bitcoin and some of those layer ones and, scam vaporware tokens would ever accomplish. And what did it was the loudness and the conviction of the community to actually push the price up to those points, to get into a normie retail mind share. And so it's crazy what can happen. It's crazy what can happen and all, but the point that I'm trying to make is that you have all these wonderful opportunities we've had all these wonderful opportunities, I should say, to learn and make some mistakes, see what coins actually really did well, see what hasn't done well, and how has had your portfolio, and what did your portfolio look like during these times? Because I remember what mine looked like all during these times, and the lesson that I learned was that when things are really that euphoric, that's a lot of the times a great time to sell. And when things are so bad, and people are like just crashing out on the timeline and thinking, well, that's usually probably a good time to buy. So it's still that classic thing of a reverse psychology of the market. It's really interesting. So you can use all this to your advantage, but it is just a journey. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to have some wins and successes, and we're going to do things right too. And we just have to narrow it down and balance it out and just try and be more right than wrong most of the time. All right. Let's get into the Bitcoin chart, because I think we just went right to the ETH chart, and we'll explain to you guys what we've done with our trades and how we're trying to just kind of relax a little bit. We had the urge. We almost had the urge to start opening up a bunch of longs and start longing everything, and I said, no, just chill. Like, you got a nice Pepe trade open, and you have a Brett trade open. So we're kind of doing this like double Brett and Brett's best friend kind of combo. We think it's going to do well, but the Pepe trade's already we're good on that. But most important, I think the ETH BTC chart, it's on the 4 hour, looks so good. And good morning, everyone. It's like thundering and lightning outside right now. It's like super, super rainy, and it's actually really cool. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see. Okay, we have 8 people in here, but only 2 likes. So we gotta change that. Definitely got to change that. We got to get you guys hitting the like button, because really, like, it's a YouTube currency. YouTube is really strict like that. If you don't hit that like button, it will immediately just downgrade this live stream in the algo, and it will not put me out there. So you guys have to come in and destroy this thing. Destroy that like button. Let's get it up to 10 real quick. But this is a good chart. This ETH BTC chart, and what we did is we actually made a category for all BTC ratioed coins. The ones that people a lot of the times pay attention to is the ETH BTC, Sol ratio, XRP, Cardano, and Link. So once we can trade over the 200-day EMA close, like once we trade over that, then that's when I think you can start thinking about like a particular altcoin being bullish against Bitcoin. And then, so like for instance, Chainlink and Cardano, not looking too good. XRP against Bitcoin, not looking too good. Sol BTC ratio is also under the 200. It's kind of but what just happened here. We just went through all of the altcoins, and none of those top ones right there are close. The only ones that are getting close is Chainlink out of those. But what is above it? Which one is actually above it? Ethereum. So what does that signal? That means ETH is going to be the top performing altcoin right now against Bitcoin, and the meme coins are going to follow suit on the ETH chain. So this is why we're seeing SPX 6900, MOG, Pepe, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Inu. Specifically, I don't follow Nero. I don't follow the cult coin. I mainly follow these. I follow the ones that I think have a little bit more of a louder community. Maybe I'm in a bubble, but I mean, I see all the stuff, but this is what I end up seeing the most and what has, I think, the most potential. And it just makes sense because it is some of the highest liquidity tokens, but maybe there's something about Colt that you guys know. I know it's the Milady Colt coin, so it's connected to the Milady NFT. Ooh, man, it's really going outside. Wojak is another one that I think is one of those charts that I really like this chart. This is a great chart. I think Wojak does not get any credit. It's also with Pepe and some of the memes that people use. Wojak is one of the most used memes and characters in crypto and in just meme culture in general. And I have this theory that Pepe and Wojak, it's the same team. It's the same people. They released both of them around the same time, and they were like, which one? Literally the same month. And they were like, all right, whichever one wins. But yeah, I think it's the same team. It's similar run up too. Like Pepe did this, and then it did a nice run up, but Pepe really just took so much market share. But I like that the liquidity on this one is locked. You don't hear anyone talking about Wojak, which is why it makes me want to build a silent bag of Wojak. And then when ETH is like at 10K, I mean this thing could just destroy. This thing could just could crush it. You can see. I like this chart. I really like that chart. All right, so let's check on Bitcoin. Man, it's really going. It's really going out there. Thunder and lightning. Okay, so we're going to check on the Coinbase chart. Remember, guys, I'm trying to check. I'm checking on the chat here. What are my thoughts on Comp and Ondo? Compound. I don't like Compound and Aave and Maker and all that stuff. Like those tokens did do very well. Like all the lending stuff, like that was on ETH, did pretty well in 2021. Some of them coming back, and then Ondo, I think, is held on the Trump wallet. They have a little balance of Ondo. So yeah, it's one of those altcoins that has some institutional eyes on it. I don't really know too much. I don't really follow it. But I know like Mantle and Ondo, I think, are part of the RWA space. If I don't quote me on that. Bitcoin on the 4 hours above the 200. I think there's a lot of really good indicators that are just very simple, that you don't need a lot. You just use the Bollinger Band, go on the daily, go on the weekly, and just look at how far we've traded above the 200-day, and look and see if the Bollinger Bands have like a big curve or if it's like really squeezed and pinched tight. That's also a good metric. And you can just use the MACD and the RSI and just check where price got a little bit overbought or oversold, and where are we in the RSI in this relative strength index measured by the volume and price. Then you can use this combined with the MACD and see where the MACD has had a switch from the red histogram to the green, and where you have a MACD cross. When you have the MACD cross, you can see how much price had reacted and triggered a particular move. And you can do this on both ends. So a MACD cross that's bullish is what I just explained here, is the blue line going over the orange is a bullish MACD cross. Bearish MACD cross would be the orange line going over the blue, and buying pressure going down, and you can see the red histogram doing this, having a reaction like this. So you can, and especially if you have a swoop up like this and it crosses right there, then that can give you and look, I mean, we went down all the way here, and then at a point where we have this, the bullish MACD cross happens right here, and then that's, I mean, it took a little bit, it's a bit of a delay, so you kind of have to give it some time. But then usually what I've noticed is that when the MACD cross happens below the histogram, and then we get a bottoming out, and then we get a move to the upside. And then you can see here, bearish MACD cross, And now you can see that we're still in the range here. We could have this bullish divergence. Just have to see. That's how I'm looking at Bitcoin right now on the daily, using RSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, and the 200-day moving average to see if we are bullish or bearish. And if you want to see it in a... So you can see here, easy setup. Don't need a bunch of stuff. Don't need a bunch of lines on the chart, a bunch of... Don't need all that. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You just need a clean chart. You just need a clean chart. And know when the coin has passed over the 200-day, the upside potential from passing that is 141%. And then also, again, 50%. We're above it right now. You better bet your butt. We're coming in for a 61% ETH move to the upside. And if you look at this too, we can also say maybe this is a pattern of a inverse head and shoulders. We just broke the neckline, and now we could be shooting to hit the next resistance point. And if I bet if I just pulled a fib right here, that we would. This is exact. Come on, give me a damn break. Look at this. It's perfect. From there, you go up, you hit the 786, you get rejected, you trade back down to the 618. If the 618 can bounce right there, then we just go right back down to 0.5. But man, this is a sweet setup if I had never seen one. Holy moly, look at that. Holy crap, that looks so good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. That's beautiful. The fib extension levels right now, guys, on Bitcoin and Ethereum have been respected, like, I mean, on the number, like right on the money. It's been wild. $10x, lose 2 zeros in 10 years. This is my conservative ETH price prediction here. We can at least conservatively trade up to the second 618 fib extension, which is at 8K. But my prediction on like a really bull case scenario, what happened to... I don't know what happened. I had like a... So if you just trend out, on the long term here for ETH, and you measure from this top to this top, this is called Moon Boy math, and I call this Moon Boy measurements. This is my like mega bull case scenario, is that we go to $15,000 by, I think by quarter two next year. I think next year, quarter two next year, we could be at a $16,000 Ethereum. Easy. And this is going to be with Bitcoin trading up to $200,000 to close to $250,000, because it's going to carry the market. And I think with the ETFs for Ethereum and the money starting to flow in, because Bitcoin's it's coming up, it's really getting up there. So I think the next institutional pick has already been Ethereum. They've scooped it up. So they're going to run Ethereum up to get a nice return. That's my thought process for these institutions. You know, they're going to run it up. I mean, that they're going to run it up and get there and get like a 5x. I think a 5x for Ethereum going into the next like 8 months. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. And then all you need to do is just hold some strong ETH coins. Because if ETH is going there, then the strong ETH coins, whether it's a meme, whether it's a popular layer 2, or it's just a coin that is an ERC20 coin that has a good trading volume, it's got good metrics, tokenomics, and you can check and see, hey, this token pumped hard whenever ETH made 20%, 50% moves. So just imagine when ETH is making, ETH pulls a 3x. I mean, that is going to make Pepe, and like I've said, other strong ETH coins, SHIB, Floki, all the different protocols, like the lending protocols, like S. Rodriguez was mentioning, all the different lending protocols that are using ETH, all the different staked ETHs. Oh my gosh, it's just going to make everything fly. Like that is when we are going to be in the altcoin season that everyone's been talking about. That's the altcoin season. We're just gearing up for it. There's so many people that are saying like there is no altcoin season. Well, you guys don't study the damn charts enough. You're not realizing that these institutions, they're not looking at it like, oh, altcoin season. No, they're just picking chains that can mint the stable coins that they need to do their business with, and then we just need to buy those coins. It's that simple. And then whatever chain has a popular meme on it that has been the highest traded meme, you need to buy that. It's that simple. Because money flows and trickles down, bucket of water fills up, and then what it does is it goes down, and it's going to fill into the next bucket, and you just need to be in there before it gets to the top. And you don't want to. So you get the analogy? To answer your question there, Pepe can 100% hit a new all-time high, because I'm thinking towards the end of the year, based on this like giant trend line for Pepe, that by the end of the year, we're just going to hit the trend line. We're going to be doing something like this. Pull the fib. Oh, yeah. We got a network error. I don't know what's going on. Uh-oh. Are we losing internet?